For the first time in the history of this channel, we're traveling! That's right, for the first time since 2020, we are going traveling to the client site, and it's the furthest domestic traveling I have done for a client site ever. So I'm excited to bring you along on this consulting traveling vlog style video, and along the way I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you travel successfully as a consultant. So grab your suitcase, because we're going on a trip.
I'll never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I'm moving.
Prior to 2020, I actually used to stay away a lot. I was away every Monday to Thursday, staying in the client site, and I loved it. But of course, then the pandemic happened, and all that travel just disappeared overnight, and it's taken a really long time for it to come back. But fortunately, it is now back, but this time with a difference. What's that difference? Well, normally in consulting, they put you up in a hotel somewhere. But for this trip, the client is actually putting me up in one of the company houses. Now, that's not something I have ever encountered before, but I'm pretty excited to try it. I haven't needed to pack this lad since 2020, so when I open this up, I am expecting to see a random load of crap that I never unpacked from the last time. But as with my first day video, if you haven't seen that, check it out, link in the thingy. As always, pack the night before. You never want to be leaving this till the day itself. In today's installment of random rubbish I have found in my suitcase, we have this Christmas tree glitter and this 10p coin. Wonders never cease. Because as consultants we normally stay in hotels, we never normally need to think about bringing things like shampoo, body wash, soap, etc. But like I say, this trip's a little bit different. It's in a company house. I have no idea what they're going to provide, and I'm assuming absolutely nothing, which means that sometimes you've got to think of these things that you don't normally have to think of, like toiletries and a towel. When you're staying in hotels, if that's where you know you're going, then I always suggest that consultants don't bother actually packing things like that. It's a bit of a waste of suitcase space. The secret is to travel as light as you possibly can. You never know when your luggage might get lost, or to be honest, it's just a pain in the neck to be carrying around stuff you don't need. So I try to shed as much weight as possible, and these are the obvious choices. But today, that's not the choice, so in the suitcase they go. And that's pretty much the suitcase packed. The thing I need to do now is remember to pack my toothbrush in the morning. Another day in consulting, the same outfit. Let's go. Tickets, and it's only 10 to 8 and I'm here, and the platform hasn't been announced for the train yet, but I know I'm exactly in the right location, so I am going to go and find my favourite London coffee shop, Black Sheep Coffee, and go and grab coffee and hopefully something to eat. What a beautiful day in London. No better day to be travelling up north.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get
to the station pretty soon. I've got to go find a taxi rank. The company have booked a taxi for me to share with someone, and I don't know her, never met her, I have no idea what she looks like, so I'm hoping to find a taxi with a driver and another woman. I'm gonna get in that. Let's see.
It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Obviously not going to do a tour of the company house because security, so but you can kind of see the room, right? It's really nice. It's pretty homely. It's a lot nicer than I was expecting it to be. Don't know what I was really expecting, but loads of space, and yeah, house is really nice. It's the first time doing something like this, so wasn't quite sure what to expect, but yeah, so far so good. Obviously I'm not going to be able to film much, frankly anything, in the client office because I don't want to do anything that could give away who the client is and where they are, and just it's the first time working with this client, super conscious of security, so you won't be seeing any stuff like that, but I've tried to show you as much of the travelling element as I can. For now I've got about 15 minutes before we need to leave to go for the team evening meal, so I'll have a quick shower and get going. And now we come to the part of the video that you have all been waiting for, Charlie's 3 consulting travel tips. And if you hold on until the end, I've actually got a bonus tip for you as well. I also have a rubbish memory, so I've written them down. Number 1, I said this earlier in the video, but travel light. Like I said before, you never know when your luggage might get lost or stolen, and so being able to travel as light as possible is super handy. The other thing is, to be honest, especially if you're on a plane or a train, you do have to be lugging it around. You've got to lug it around the office all day till you get to your hotel, and to be honest, it's just an absolute faff. So the lighter you can travel, the better. Tip number 2 plays right into that. Always keep the basics in your suitcase. So I got sick of having to take my toothbrush in and out, doing the hokey cokey with my toothbrush, toothpaste, mouthwash, etc. Now I have 2 sets. One set that always lives in my suitcase, and then I've just got my normal toothbrush, toothpaste, etc. that just lives in my house. The type of things that you should always keep in your suitcase are toothpaste, toothbrush, mouthwash, chargers. Forgetting your phone charger, what a pain in the neck. Buy a spare one, keep it in your suitcase all the time. And the same for hairbrush. I have forgotten my hairbrush before now and ended up going into the office sort of like this and trying to flatten it, and it doesn't work. Keep a spare small hairbrush in your suitcase. You're never going to have a bad hair day. Well, you know, I definitely do, even with a hairbrush, but you know, minimises the risk at least. And so the third thing is focus on what you can control. Now, joking aside from kind of stuff to pack in your suitcase, personally, I'm quite an anxious traveller. I am worried that, what if I'm late? What if I go to the wrong station? What if I miss the taxi? What if? The more you travel, the more you realise that these are pretty unlikely, so you stress a bit less. But this is the first time since 2020 that I had travelled for a client, so all those anxieties back again. But to overcome this, focus on what you can control. For me, this meant arriving an hour early to the station, collecting my tickets really early. I think I almost knew my collection number off by heart in case I had a problem with my phone. And then, look, if the train goes wrong when you're on it, nothing I can do about that. and having the key contacts that I needed for the travel in my phone, and then having a paper copy written in my notebook, just in case something happened. Because look, things will go wrong when you travel, but it isn't so much that they go wrong, it's about how you deal with it when they do. So if you've always got a plan A, a plan B, and some kind of sticky patch for a plan C, whatever happens, you're going to be just fine. And now we have the bonus tip. This is unique not just to consultants but to all traveling with work. Keep your receipts, every single one of them. 99% of your travel for work will be reimbursed. Of course, every company's policy is different. Check your company policy, but keep every single receipt until the money is in your account and your audit window has passed. Different firms have different policies and things, but some firms will actually audit your expenses after you've received them, not before. I've been caught out by that in Accenture. I'd mislabeled something. A couple of months later, they came and let me know I'd goofed it up and I had to go and sort it, and I had to dig out the old receipt. So go and find out what your audit window is, find out if it happens before or after you get paid, and keep your receipts until that time, that nobody is going to come and question your expenses again. I, for one, am very excited that travelling in consulting is back. I'm a UK-based consultant, so for me, most travelling is pretty much domestic at the moment, less international travel, though I do see some people having a bit of that coming back as well. I have enjoyed working from home, and I don't want to travel to the client site every week and every day, but especially when you're on a new client, there is nothing that substitutes for the value of being able to go to their office, spend time with them face to face. We all went out for a really nice meal in the evening, and it just helps to kind of build that rapport, and especially when you know you're going to be working with people for a while, to me it makes all the difference. However, because it has been a while since we last travelled, I felt myself a little bit rusty on the old travel routine, so hopefully if you guys are too, then the tips that I've just mentioned can help you along the way. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any travel tips for consultants or just travel for work in general, feel free to drop them in the comments. Always love to learn new stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this, and we'll see you in the next one.